Hello everybody, welcome to a brand new Let's Play series on HOI4 Kaiserreich. Today we are going to be playing as the good old Papal States. The good old Pope, Pius XI right now. So, what is our plan for this campaign? Because you might be noticing that we are are we one state? Yeah, we're just a one state minor. We are a puppet of two Sicilies. So our options are somewhat limited. But, you know, it's an interesting country to play as, because I don't think I've ever seen anybody really playing them. So, you know, might as well give it a go. See what we actually can do. And, you know, the fact that our options are so limited. I don't really know how long this campaign is going to last. Because it's very easy that we could just get destroyed by the SRI once the second Weltkrieg begins. There's a chance, I believe, that like two Sicilies can annex us. I assume I'll have the ability to resist that. If I don't, we have a problem. I do need steel. What is our situation? We have 2 military factories, 1 dockyard, 4 civilian. Well, I guess we'll start building up. We have 50 convoys. That's actually not too bad. I'm assuming we actually do have like a pretty significant, like 20 ships. It's actually pretty good. I mean, it's not, you know, as good as most of these other powers, but, you know, maybe compared to like Austria, like we don't have a stronger navy than the Austrians. Either way, 20 ships is significantly better than I would have expected. So I guess we're just gonna go for dockyards. And right now we need 4 steel of this. We'll trade a little bit with the Americans here. Do we have any natural resources for ourselves? The answer is absolutely not. Okay, beautiful. So what is our plan here? Well, right now there's no national focus we can do. We can only start working once the current Pope is dead, and that should be soon. And I've decided, you know, looking around all the little focus trees here, we're probably going to go Pope John the 23rd. My reasoning for that, we get a good, good factory minus 3%, but the factory output here for Christian trade unions, stacked on top of captains of industry, it's going to give us a 15% factory output, especially since we're going to have such a small industry. I think that seems pretty decent. And hopefully we will not just get completely annexed. We'll see. 3 factories total. How many building slots do we have? We have 2 more building slots. But even then, like, if we start building civilian factories, we're only going to get this done in August of 1940. Which is a while from now. So most of our factory is not, or most of our industry is not going to come from building stuff. It's going to be purely from, like, these focuses. Do we have one here? Yeah, like, I think there's some in this tree here. You know, gain 1 civilian factory, gain 1 military factory. Like, this is really the only way we can really industrialize. Like, 2 naval dockyards. It's not great. Getting to 5 steel and latium, attracting heavy industry does seem pretty good. And the reason I also want to go for Pope John the 23rd is because we're going to go for relinquished temporal powers, which gives us options to for this tree. Because there's 2 trees. So there's this one if we give them up, or there's this tree if we do not give them up. We just kind of keep them. But looking at this, like armed citizenry, there's way more focuses here for our military than this one. Like, it's only 2 slots. That's it. This one, we at least have 7 in total, which is pretty decent, including some land forts. So just because of that, I think we just want to give up the powers when we can. I'll read that in just one moment. Let's get our industry tech up as well. Research speed. And of course, we want output. But I'm thinking, because normally, you know, we only get construction speed. But given the fact that our industry is so small, and it's going to take us forever to get anything done, it's probably not really worth it to, like, it might just not be worth, like, a construction speed upgrades, because what are we going to do with them? The answer is basically nothing. I'll put you guys up to the north, keep training up. What are you guys, by the way? You are horrible. We're going to use our thing here. And we're going to make you less trash. If I can at least make you like a 20 width. Like 120 width is better than a bunch of 4 division or 4 width, I would imagine. We're going to save this. That's probably going to take up all of our manpower. That's going to be 16,000 right there. Most of you guys gone. The nation of Pepin. One to follow must be true. Is at war with the owner of Umbira. Marches. Okay, so war support goes up, and we get some claims. Okay. We can only do that, of course, once we're actually at war with this guy in the north. And I'm not too sure. We can also declare independence. Okay. Okay, well, okay, let's look. One of the following must be true. Has focused legionary spirit or expand the Palpinate Guard. Legionary spirit's down here, so we got to get down to this one. We could declare independence significantly faster if we go for not... That's reformed. Like, you reinforce, you relinquish. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure you're relinquishing. Yeah, relinquish, and this is keeping it. So we're going to go down here, probably go straight to Legionary Spirit. We should be able to get that done before we get annexed by two Sicilies, fingers crossed. So the state of the papacy. Following the collapse of Italy after the Village Krieg, Rome became in danger of capture by the Socialist Republic of Italy, as it refused to recognize the new Italian Federation. The blurry battle lines of the Civil War mostly spared Rome due to its local Austrian garrison, which together with local right-wing militias crushed uprisings in Rome. The debilitated state has no armed forces loyal to it. However, it has a scarce chance of resisting any Syndicalist offensive. However, King Ferdinand III of the reborn Kingdom of Two Sicilies will not stand by while the center of Catholicism fell to Syndicalism and led a counter-offensive to secure Rome, bringing the Papal States under Sicilian protection. Receiving significant support from the Austrian occupation forces and a few foreign volunteers, the reborn WWII Corps. After the war ended, the Papal States controlled only a small fraction of the nominal territory and in most respects was a rump puppet state of the Sicilians. Following the Italian Federation's collapse in 1929, it has been recognized as an independent state by a majority of nations of the world. In the sphere of politics, the fading health of Pius is in everyone's minds, and it remains to be seen who will succeed him should he pass in the coming years. Well, I can tell you this. He's definitely going to be passing. Papal State is a temporary seat for the seat of power of the Catholic Church. But you're not actually like a penalty or anything like that, so I don't think we need to worry too much. Like, how many men do you guys have? Looking at 10 to 37. Our leader right now has 14. So we're already outnumbered by this guy, which is less than ideal. How long? You're 1,000 rifle short. So it's going to take 111 days. Honestly, you know what? That's actually not too bad. I was expecting way worse than that. So what else do you need? You also need, like, artillery and a bunch of other stuff, right? You need support equipment at least, which we don't actually have any being built. So as soon as this unit takes any damage whatsoever, we're going to need support equipment. It also means you're going to need aluminum, but, you know, aluminum, we're absolutely not going to be able to get anytime soon. Unfortunately, I mean, we'll train up, like, one more division. And I really can't afford to build motorized or anything like that right now. Because our army, it's quite small. Okay, so there's been a new king of Great Britain. So when do you die, Pius? You were elected in 1922. And that was what? 14 years ago? Like, I know he dies in 1936. I'm like 99% positive on that. So it should be sooner rather than later. I mean, I am thinking, like, it's probably not worthwhile to have this guy on an offensive line. It probably makes more sense for him to do, like, a naval invasion of Italy. But it's going to be a difficult campaign, just because of our autonomy is quite low. Just one, because we actually don't have independence, and two, because our army is so small that our ability to really affect things is going to be limited. Okay, in the 45th year is a new encyclical written by Pope Pius XI. That displays the ethical implications of a social and order. 45 years after Leo XIII's Rerum Nova Encyclia. Okay, it describes the major dangers of human freedom and dignity arising from unrestrained capitalism and syndicalism, calling for a reconstruction of a social order based on the principality of solidarity and subsidiarity. In the first part, he reviews and applauds the encyclical in his Preceptor, which helped in the development of new social conscience. According to Pius XI, 3 elements determine a fair wage: the worker's family responsibilities, the economic conditions of the enterprise of the economy as a whole. Family is an innate right to development, but this is only possible within the framework of functioning economy and sound enterprise. For this, Pope Pius concludes that solidarity, not conflict, is a necessary condition. The Pope therefore demands more solidarity, especially between employers and employees, through a new form of cooperation and communication among Catholic citizens. A new era of Catholic corporatism is just beginning. So we get 4% stability. I mean, stability is quite good. War support's garbage. I guess that's not a huge surprise. And our single. Do we have any aircraft? I'm gonna go assume no. We have 100 planes. We have a better air force than a decent amount of countries on the Earth, which is kind of surprising. Yeah, we can say we have more aircraft than the SRI to the north, which is a bit surprising. Do you have elected total list? Don't know what you guys are doing quite yet. We don't know what Britain's doing. Is it the Solarians or the Jacobins that can get invaded by France right away? I always forget this. I think it's the Jacobins? Maybe. It's one of those two. Unless they remove that at some point. I don't think they have. I think it's still in the game. So the Austrians are pulling their influence out of Italy. A little bit unfortunate. Like, we want a massive pileup on the SRI as soon as possible, but I don't know how likely that is. Black Monday has hit the Papal State. Almost 2 weeks ago, the Berlin Stock Exchange plummeted into a bottomless depth, throwing Germany's economy into an unprecedented crisis. Now the crash shockwaves have reached us. German and Austrian-owned companies have closed down and laid off workers. Their currency is losing value. Industrial exports are shrinking, and our national debt is beginning to grow out of control. We get a ton. That's horrible. We get hit so hard by this. Insane. Am I still at least... Okay, I'm still at least training a good. But at least I'm still getting steel, but like a 30% penalty as well? Like, that's a bit much. I'm assuming... No, you just remove... aid to the farmers. Maybe modify it, but that's not really removing it. And also, the Russian Civil War has begun. Karl Radek is in charge. I have no idea who this even is. So the Soviets do have a new focus tree. But that was... I mean, we might play Russia again. Like, there is another focus tree for them. I just don't know when that would be. I would imagine... not soon, if that is what you're curious about. Probably like a while from now. We got a decision. Solidify control, but we're not going to change our party. We're not going to be a paternal autocrat for very long. So we actually do not want to boost popularity. Like, who's actually popular? Everybody's roughly equal, except for, of course, paternal autocrats. I mean, the conservatives are pretty popular. The least popular, of course, are the totalist and the syndicalist, which is not a huge surprise, given the state of the country right now. 2,000 manpower. I mean, we could increase. We can't go to early. Why can't we not go to early mobilization? We don't have enough war support. Okay, we're close, but not quite. We could get more recruitment, or we try to maybe just get a... I mean, a 4% across the board, I think, is not too bad. Do we have... Let me just go to research. Do we have the rifles? Yeah, we have these rifles. So next rifle's unlocked on 1939. So the infantry equipment, probably not that useful. So you know what? Let's just go to limited conscription for now. Because we do need more manpower. Father Charles Coughlin. 3 years ago today, Father Charles Coughlin started a weekly radio broadcast in America with more than 50 million people. Turn on their radios and listen. He's a raving anti-Semite, claiming that the syndicalist revolution in France was fermented by the Jew, and that the Berlin stock market crash is an international conspiracy of Jewish bankers, and somehow people still tune in. Hate speech will not be tolerated by the church, and the Pope is expected to make a decision on whether or not to ask the United States government to shut down his broadcast so his hateful messages cannot reach the public. So, we either get 2% stability and a... No, we like them less. Or we lose stability, and America likes us more. I mean, I don't see a... Like, we don't want to lose stability. Well, you know, we'll ask them to shut it down, because that might have some more repercussions later. I mean, we'll see. Maybe if the United States agrees with it, we'll get a better stability boost. It's like, you know, it's a risk-reward kind of thing. Or nothing will happen. Who knows? You just gotta shrug and be like, who knows what's going to happen. The death of Pius the 11th. All Christian mourns the death of His Holiness Pope Pius II, the 11th, who died the following of a heart attack after having been in declining health for the past several years. Something which rapidly worsened following the Black Monday crash. The Holy Father will soon be interned with the rest of the procession in the tomb of the popes. Until the next pope can be chosen, the papal states will be ruled by a college of cardinals in Rome. His succession of His Holiness is made for all the more important due to the Catholic Church role in governing the reborn papal states, as well as its vehement opposition to syndicalism, a force which has been divided Italy and seeks once again to unify Italy, the Italian peninsula. Okay, so we got a new political party. But now, 28 days, which actually is going to be 18 days, because we have our 10-day cooldown. We got a lot of political power in the early game, just because we spent the first 2.5 months not really doing much. And are these all... These are probably just instantaneous. So I think what we want to do, with the passing of Pius XI, the cardinals of the Catholic Church have convened within the Sistine Chapel to elect a new pope. They will remain in seclusion until the concession has been reached. A new successor to St. Peter has been chosen by the electors. So I think what we're going to do is we're just going to rush our way down to relinquish powers as fast as possible. Like, ignore this. Get to here. Even ignore people's rule. I mean, 100% power, you're actually not that great. So we're going to relinquish powers as fast as possible. Go to the center of the Kingdom of Rome. Call for elections. Probably Roman army and then straight down so we get the legionary spirit. Become independent from Two Sicilies. Because I don't want to be absolutely murdered by the SRI. Right, like that. Like the Fens on Core territory is pretty good for us. We also get 2 extra divisions with a 5% recruited population modifier. And have 7.5% decrease in training time. You're really good, actually. General experience is hot garbage. But, you know, what follows it's pretty good. I think a reorganization is also... Yeah, an extra 3 divisions. So that's 5 divisions right there. And once we go Legionary Spirit, we become independent. Then, the Latin Perimeter also would be good. How long is this going to take? Because this will be 7... So it's like 2, 4, 6... I think, okay, so everything is like 7 months. So 2, 4, 7... 9, 11, 13, probably 14 at that point. So that should be 14, 16, 18, 21, 24, 26. So that's 26 months from now, which is just over 2. So that's going to be until like 1938. Mid to late 1938 till we get this all done. Yeah, so we want John the 23rd. Okay, well, let's see. No matter what, authoritarian democratic, national populist. Everybody likes you, except for the Germans. Austria and Hungary hate you, but that doesn't matter. Also, Germany doesn't like you. But we'll elect the socialist cardinal, the hardline cardinal. Really, is he the? I feel like this guy would be the more like the socialist one. But we're gonna elect him anyway because I want the I want Christian trade unions when we get that. So bypass that immediately. Go for the welfare program. Now we got extra research slot. Of course, we want just the extra research point there. Yeah, so we're looking at around like late, probably early 1939, we should hopefully have dealt with Black Monday as well. And that's just in time for the second Blitzkrieg. Anything else is unlikely to get done. Like, you can probably get like 2 more. Russian trade unions, I think, is going to be a good one. you're kind of... We can ignore this one. I don't think that's going to affect things too much. I mean, a land perimeter would be nice. It should give us some good defense. You know what? This takes so long that I honestly do not think it's even worth trying to do that. We're just going to build up the defense ourselves. I can even go like level 10 across, level 10 across the board. Because honestly, this will get done faster. Like, I assume you're not going to be gone anytime soon. Because the fact that we only have 4 civilian factories is horrible. Luckily, I'm still lucky that we have even one that we can still use for this. But still, we are going to have some problems for sure. Where did we get an extra factory from? We got a factory from you. We won't get anything out of you. I mean, a military factory would be nice as well. Your building slot, which doesn't help with much, to be honest. So how long until we have enough rifles? We're looking at about 2 years-ish. Should be like more than enough time to go where these guys actually invade. Wolsey's been elected chairman of TUC, so they've both gone a totalist. I'm just curious if Austria will intervene in North Italy somehow. Because we do need Austria to help us. Unless, of course, SRI just comes over the border and murders us, which is also entirely possible. If they actually do begin the focus. Fate of the Pope. I think you need to do, like, both. Do you need to do all these lines, actually? I don't remember which ones you actually need to do. You might actually reinforce the south, and then you can attack. But either way, I think it's going to be a good time for us to end this episode. So thanks, everybody, for watching. My name is Ansem. If you've enjoyed, press thumbs up. Not enjoy, you can always thumb down. If you want to see more, subscribe. And goodbye.